Hello, Chapter 19. Okay, so I had a bad day. I'm not going to let that keep me down for long. I'm not even going to think about it. Having to ride to school with Ricky is not exactly the harshest punishment in the world anyway. And how grounded can I actually be in the afternoons when Mom and Gitch aren't anywhere around? And how grounded can I actually be in the afternoon when Moms and Gitch aren't anywhere around? Of course, they say they'll call and check in with me, but I believe that when it happens, hey, it's the firebark, says Ricky when I get into his car on Monday morning. Burned up and more $1,000 suits lately. Very funny, Mr. Goodwin. You know, that never would happen if you hadn't pounded off that blaze on me. He laughs. Right. That was my master plan, and you feel right into it. But like I say, I don't even want to think about that night. So I changed the subject to Ricky's date with Bethany. Of course, we already hashed it over on the phone once, but I figured he won't mind doing it again. Dude, he says, I'm telling you, this is the girl. Everything went perfectly, except when I had to borrow a couple of dollars of her, but she was even cool about that. Who would thought dinner and the movie would cost so much? Just about anyone's who gone out on a real date before. That's all. It brushes that off. The best part was that we could talk about anything, not just shallow stuff either. We had a pretty deep conversation about religion. Good kisser? Amazing. Ton action? Dude, she could win state with that ton. It's tempting to take credit for fixing him up with this Wonder Woman, but but I didn't do it for credit, so instead I move on to the next subject. Where we're going for lunch today. He pauses. What's the matter? Dude, I can't make it for lunch today. Bethany and I are going together. You can't take me along? It's a little early in the relationship to It's a little early in the relationship to be dragging a body along, I guess. That's why I say, but I'm thinking about all the time he thought we let it with me and Cassidy. Besides, he said, didn't you say you were having lunch with what's her name? The paper route girl? Oh yes, Amy. I completely forgot about her. Thanks for reminding me, dude. I had to screw her over. She's too, I don't know, naive or sweet or whatever. Ricky takes his eyes off the road and studies me for a second. You know what you're doing, don't you? What? You're on the rebound, dude. From what you told me, it sounds like you and this girl don't have anything in common. You're just bouncing off Cassidy to the first easy thing that comes along. And I really can't see you dating this girl. She's the exact opposite of Cassidy. Dude, I said, you couldn't be more wrong. For one thing, she's not the exact opposite of Cassidy. The exact opposite of Cassidy would have black hair and brown eyes. And for another thing, I don't have any interest at all in dating Amy. None. Then what are you having lunch with her for? Moral support. These girls need it. She lets her family run all over her. You can see it in her eyes. It's like she doesn't think she's important enough to even stand up for herself. So, what are you gonna do? Give her a makeover like in the movies where they turn the nerd girl into a ragging hottie? No. It's not about trying to turn her into a hottie. She could never be a hottie. Sorry. I don't even look at the camera. You can tell by just looking at her slouchy little dog footwork. A real authentic hottie has a completely different way of standing and walking. Shoulders back, tits out as swaggering. She has to know she's hot to be hot. There's a little whole training process. First off, the other girls fall all over themselves trying to hang out with her. Then she has dudes straggling after her like puppy dogs everywhere she goes. And on top of that, at probably about the age of 12, she realized even grown men can't keep their eyes in their socks every time she walks by. I'm telling you, you could take Amy's glasses off, put some bounce in her hair, and stick her in a short red skirt that shows everything but her boo-boo, and she's still going to walk around with her shoulders slouched and a look in her eyes like the world's getting ready to punch her in the mouth. So, what are you going to do? Save her soul? Maybe. You never know. Finish.